Hello everybody and welcome to the Planet Coaster live stream. I am your host and part of the community management team here at Frontier Developments, Edward Lewis. And with me I have a very special guest. Tonight we have a whole modicum, a whole fruit basket.
Tons of fruit.
Goodies, burgers, a chief beefery.
If you like. Yeah.
I don't know what that means. Of amazing things to show you and tell you about, and we've got some announcements and we've got some giveaways at the end. It's very exciting. But to my left, stage left,
Hello.
My right, your left,
You got it right.
I have the one. Yeah, we were practicing that beforehand to make sure I got
for
it
like
right.
an hour, I think.
We have the wonderful, the amazing, the tremendous, probably best known for winning Frontier 2015 Beard of the Year award last year.
Yeah, it was a great moment for me. It's
probably-
it just choked me up.
Yeah, it was probably your finest achievement in life.
It was great. Yeah. I loved it.
Yes. I'm joking. Of course, best known for being lead artist on Planet Coaster at Frontier Developments. So how are you doing today?
I am super good, thank
Very
you.
good. How are you feeling about talking to these wonderful people here?
I'm really pleased because I've been on the forums and Beard. Yes. I was hoping it'd go down well, but no. These guys, you guys are what makes this game possible. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you, and everyone who is involved in in all the feedback and giving us talking to us and telling us their thoughts. They help make the game as well. So it's I'm a big fan of this, and everyone else is that I'm talking to now. So it's great stuff.
Well, we really appreciated all the feedback we got as well from last week's live stream. People seem to really enjoy it. So we tried to put together something today that will titillate you just as much as last week's live stream. Careful choice of words there by me. Keep your hands and feet inside the live stream at all times. Get yourself strapped in and enjoy the ride. I didn't practice that one. That was actually just off the cuff.
Wow,
Pretty good, that, right? So we've got lots to tell you about as well today. We've got obviously Sam here, who would you say that you are the expert in rides for Frontier Developments?
Well, through spending about 7 or 8 years making games with roller coasters in,
Nice.
And everything related to theme parks and stuff, and just being a big fan of like engineering and anything related to kind of large mechanical beasts, basically. I love it. This is, for me, is like the dream job. I couldn't think of a better job.
Why does
than
this
I've got
stuff
now.
matter to you? And we're going to be showing off a lot of the rides today. You're going to get to see some good looks at the rides that you're going to be getting in Planet Coaster, or some of the rides, and you're going to be going to some details as to what makes these work and sort of the inspiration behind these rides, the real life inspiration, and sort of how we've sprinkled our own Frontier imagination onto those rides and things like that. But why does that sort of stuff matter to you? Why does that accuracy matter to you?
Well, it's like anything, you build a world and you want it to be believable. You want that world to be cohesive and to have a real visceral feel, and the technology we're developing here nowadays really allows us to kind of have real detail and real sort of almost a real personal level of kind of interaction. And you want to see these rides up close, and you want to believe they exist. Chief Belief.
Chief Belief.
It's a classic, but it does really kind of help sell the game more and sell it to the player. So when you guys are playing it, you'll believe these things are real. They've got real weight to them. They're really
awesome.
The sound and the texture of it will be amazing. So it's that kind of thing that convinces a player to carry on and to persevere and to enjoy it more.
Wonderful. We have, and I'm sure you can talk very passionately about some stuff that we're going to show as well, and we are going to bring some stuff up very soon. But I also have lots of questions here, and I promised everybody. I've changed the white balance down on the screen by accident. I promised that I'm talking to a lead artist. I worry about what colours we are on screen.
Not so acid yellow.
Yeah, but I promised on the forums on Facebook that we would answer as many questions as we possibly can, and we are going to be going through these and pulling out lots of your questions, and hopefully they will tie into some of the stuff that we've got to show as well, some concept as well, some very exciting concept, and a really exciting announcement, and of course a giveaway as well. At some point I'm sure we can sneak one of those in there for you guys at home.
We'll try.
So welcome everybody. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you so much for your Chief Beef Belief hashtags in there. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for the beard love as well for Sam. He really cares about that kind of thing.
Yep, I love the beard.
Right, shall we bring something up? Shall we? Okay, here's another thing as well that I want to say. We're doing this a little bit on the fly as well because these videos are quite large from file size. So what you're going to see is a little bit of clicking, a little bit of me moving around on screen and stuff, trying to grab the videos up and stuff like that. But without further ado, let's show the people something you can talk about.
Let's get it on.
All right, so here we go. Here's my rides. The Rides, episode 2. So, I mean, let's go. Should we go for 360 power first?
Yeah. So, this one is
Gonna make it full screen.
A classic ride.
I absolutely love that animation right at the start there. That when you see it opening up.
Yeah. So, this thing is enormous. You know, the scale of this thing is just mind-boggling when you're standing next to it. We've got all of the animations that kind of are relevant to its real-life counterpart that we've taken a lot of inspiration from, and you can really feel the weight and the physics of this thing, and it behaves exactly like it should do, as you would expect, and it's real heavy machinery, and we've got the animated platforms. All the seats kind of behave in their physics-like manner, so they kind of rock freely, because this ride is kind of powered from its center. And then from the outside, the seats are actually free swinging, sort of gravity based, basically. So it allows it to kind of just freewheel around. And this one also, we've given this a number of different sequences. So when when you put down this ride, you'll be able to kind of increase the amount of loops and change, at what point it stalls, and turn it around. There's so much kind of to this ride. Not just a big swinging arm with a big tentacly end. It's kind of you've got actual control over this one.
It's awesome. So is that something we do have a lot? So like I said, a few questions that came through relating to that sort of thing. But
he loves the lighting.
Is the customization elements of the lighting and things like that on this ride? Or?
Yeah. So we're in terms of the lighting, we're developing the the sort of small LED lights that you get on these things, and we're looking at ride light sequences. You'll see it on some of the other rides, how we've kind of tried to sort of bring this about, and it's starting to sort of we'll have videos of that later on. I think you'll see more of that, but it's definitely something we're prototyping, and we're looking at ways of having multiple effects, multiple sequences, so you can actually kind of build your own sequences and try to colouring and painting up the lights basically to create your own moods and atmosphere.
Fantastic. Right, another one. Let's pair it up with the we have shown that one already, but let me bring up. So just give us a second while I load up the next video. Let's try. What would you pick one? You pick one from the list.
Well, if we're going to talk about lighting a little bit, let's do
the rock the rocks inside one. Okay, right, yeah, sure. Let's have a look here. That's what we're calling it currently. But
so I know you guys have seen this before, but I don't think you've seen it quite in this light. So this is kind of our first sort of stab and prototype at the light sequences. So we've gone for something that's kind of not too overbearing, nice and subtle, but it's initially a good start, and we're quite happy with the kind of initial results. So eventually we'll look at changing customizable sequences and stuff like that, and colouring and so on. But it really makes for a really fun ride. So there's two sort of things going on here. You've got this kind of emissive glow from the LED systems, but you've also got sort of larger light sources which are sort of bouncing around on the ground there. And I think the whole thing beds in nicely.
That movement there, where the sequencing is really, really interesting actually. So you're saying that stuff is customizable?
Yeah. So you'll be able to sort of have a sort of sequence editor. Obviously, it's not available on all rides. Some of the rides are simple, so it's kind of like a Ferris wheel or something like that. Not much you can do with that, but something like the ride we last saw, there's a lot we can do with that, because it's kind of got forward and backward motions. We can stall it, we can reverse stall it, we can do half turns and quarter turns and stuff like that. So yeah, there's a lot we can do with it. So yeah, it's really cool. And this is one of my favorite rides. I really love this ride. This is one of our earliest rides as well, and we've been developing it over a period of time and looking at the surface detail and making sure that mechanically and visually it kind of all marries well together, sort of thing. There's a lot of effort been gone into sort of surface response and how the emissive lights work against that and stuff. So, and the technology we've got just massively adds to that. So awesome. It's beautiful
it's
stuff.
Brilliant. Yeah.
Really pleased. Our team, the team that I run and who I'm a part of more than anything really is it's an honour to work with, because these guys are just unbelievably good, you know, and they really take on everything, and they've got such passion for everything they do. You know, I love this stuff, and you know, I've got guys who come on and, you know, they've learned, you know, by looking into this, researching this, that it's an amazingly detailed and technical world that it kind of just, it's thrilling, because it's art meets, you know, function. It's form and function, basically. You know,
somebody actually, Phoenix 3568, a very relevant question. How long does it take to design a ride from sort of conception to completion? How long does that sort of thing take?
Well, yeah. So initially, we kind of thought that it'd be, you know, from the old days, we thought, oh, this would be pretty quick. But you know, it's quite a while. Actually. You know, it takes quite a while.
Well, to make them as sort of accurately as we're trying to, whilst also having as much flair and beauty about these rides. It must take a long time to do it, and it's the levels of detail that you go into as well are quite interesting. And I know that you wanted to sort of talk about that a little bit. Do you have any sort of concept images or anything that maybe we could?
Yeah, we could sort of run through some of the concept stuff. If you want, are we in the right place here?
Yeah, again, like I said, there'll be some clicking around happening on
it. So
thank you so much for joining us, everybody, as well. Hopefully, you know, do put your questions in the chat, because we might be able to get around to them. And I do have a lot of questions, and we're going to read one just as you're clicking around. Can you concentrate on two things at once? It's all right.
So let's have a look at sort of, you know, just an initial sort of concept for one of our coasters, and then I'll leave that to you. Sorry.
All right. He's
the man.
Well, no, I just want to make sure that we, you know, here we go. Look at this. This is interesting.
So basically, you know,
what we're seeing there, what's that?
Well, this is like a hybrid coaster. So this is a wood steel hybrid, and what we do initially is we'll look at its kind of, you know, the real life inspiration for these coasters, and we'll kind of look at measuring these things, and you know, try to kind of, you know, build this up as best we can in terms of accuracy on every level. You know, so we're not just dealing with, you know, is it all the right size, but every surface, you know, is responding correctly, but also underneath. You know, most people don't care about what goes underneath things. I really care what goes underneath. You know, it's weird. You know, it's like, you know, underneath these things, you know, you will see them. They roll, they turn, they twist, they'll come off the tracks and stuff like that. You know, it's a beautiful thing. And on this one, you know, we build up the initial chassis. We've got some, you know, seating templates that the animations have to work to, and so on, and then we'll start to sort of paint over the parts. So, you know, we're not building coasters that you can't build in real life. That's the key here. You know, everything has got to be, you know, there's lots of health and safety issues for a start. You know, you can't build something that won't sort of hold together on the track. You know, these things made out of fiberglass and, you know, and steel as kind of the main structures, and lots of plastic and, you know, vinyl and stuff like that. You know, so we try to make these things look and feel real, basically. So if you shift over to you know, this one here, you know, you can see, you know, how it translates into the real coaster. So
I'll mute that the background.
Yeah, so, you know, this is kind of, you know, still a work in progress model. You know, we've still got to do
a lot of the stuff we're showing. Again, like all the stuff you're actually seeing, unbelievably, it is all the stuff we're showing today, and the background images and all of the videos that we're going to be showing as well of all the coasters, that is pre-alpha. Yeah, and that blows my mind every single time I say it and think about it.
It's amazing.
It's pre-alpha footage, which is unbelievable. Anyway, hold your horses. We'll have some more information about alpha very, very soon. But here we go. We'll go back to that image again. Here.
Yeah. So, you know, like I was saying, it's kind of it's trying to create sort of, you know, something that looks and feels real, but has a real personality, a real sort of, you know, it evokes a real kind of image in somebody's mind, and they can use these to different effects, different themes and stuff like this. And this one, you know, this kind of glows. You know, these have got internal light sources, which, you know, I even thought about how they could work. You know, there are coasters out there with internal light sources, you know, so this kind of glows as it goes around the track, and it can throb and, you know, and kind of, you know, give real kind of brilliant look at night, you know, because a lot of our game is at night. And, you know, once we get, you know, further on in the process, you know, with this coaster here, it'll have more surfacing on it, and, you know, it'll just feel far more real, and, you know, it's pretty.
It seems like this sort of stuff really matters to you. Let's do some questions, because we said we would. Right, okay. Question number one. Jart, he said on the, I think this is from the forums, can you give any detail on the ride sequence customization feature, or is it a bit too early? I think we did touch on that earlier on about the ride sequences. Yeah. But any more little tidbits of information about that?
Well, it really, you know, just remember that, you know, there are rides that are kind of more complex and more simple. You know, we do want to kind of give the player the most, you guys the most out of these rides. So every ride we build, we look at how and all the different ways that we can manipulate it and give you guys the best player experience and allow you to kind of create the rides that you want to create, really, and also parks you want to create. Because some rides, it's historically they have made rides that are more intense and less intense, but it's the same model. And we've gone for that kind of approach as well. Some rides are naturally more intense, but they can slow them down, which you'll get the option to as well, because you might have a gentle park. You might want a more gentle ride because nobody's riding it. Because you've attracted the wrong kind of folk.
All right, so on Facebook we have Greg Gibbs, who simply asks,
"Hi, Greg.
What about chairlifts? Are there any?"
I have a list. It's a big list, very big list,
and they are on there.
And it's on there. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, it's on there. It's on there. I even know what they look like.
Very cool.
I know. They look pretty cool.
Yes,
actually.
is the answer to the question. It's on the list.
It's on the list.
Very big list.
Yeah, it's on the list.
But it's something wants to
it's
happen.
Probably in there. Yeah.
And we'll go for Taylor Tony from the forums again. He says,
Hi,
how will ride maintenance work? Do rides break down?
So yeah, they will. Yeah. Again, we've done so much so far, but obviously there's things we haven't really touched on. But this is again on the list. But we've had lots of discussions about it. One of these is about actually introducing these control booths onto the actual flat rides themselves. So when it comes to repairing, these rides, there's a far more realistic approach to it. So there's somewhere to interact, somewhere that, a little control panel, the engineers and also the attendants who actually man the rides can actually operate and repair. So you'll get a really, you'll get a full little vignette, full experience out of that, and it kind of just all marries well together. So again, watch this space for that.
Watch this space. So we also have, here's another one for you, another question from Angelis.
Hello.
Who says, Angelis, a common Coaster Head Club member.
Oh yeah, I spoke to him, he's a really nice guy.
Good forumite,
Hello.
Yes.
Nice
Angelis says, is it possible to see the first view of Coaster Cam?
No. Yes.
Holy joking!
Yes,
Hey!
totally yes.
Right, let's do that. Let's show everybody what Coaster
there.
Cam looks like.
We got it over here somewhere. Right.
Ride cams. Right, let's get this. Let's get this thing lined up. Oh wait, that's not it.
Chris B, you're a bad man.
Ride cams. Here we go. So this is a first look at what our Coaster Cams may look like.
Yep. So
how about this?
Isn't that amazing? This is like really personal and really a great way of kind of being able to sort of read the characters. And these characters are so good. They look so awesome, and the kids really make it for me because they just bring so much more life and excitement to the park, and you get this kind of really awesome animations. At Frontier, we've got a brilliant reputation for having amazing animations, and it just keeps giving here. The guys have really pushed out the boat on here, and we've got some real technological advancements in here. The nausea and the excitement and everything, the intensity, even the G-force acting on these guys, just it all shows through these animations. So you can really read what these guys are doing just by looking at them. And look at that, how much better can you get, really?
Yeah, it's really awesome. And the reactions of the people on there as well. This is craziness.
I know, yeah. This is one of our new rides.
Which we haven't shown, actually. We've got some footage of that again to show in just a minute, but look at his mouth sort of reacting to the wind as it goes around.
Terrified if I was. I know I would love it, actually, if I was up
there. Oh, and this is actually our very first image. We've not shown anybody else.
Peek of the old box track there. Oh, and it sounds good. You should hear that bad boy. It sounds amazing.
Yeah. But do a whole live stream on sound alone.
Well, if there would be a whole live stream on just the tracks themselves, if I could, all the detail we're going into there, like just the welding and every bolt and every rivet is correct. We countless hours.
We're saying brilliant track connectors. That's what somebody just commented on that.
Well,
as well.
We have poured countless hours into making tracks look amazing, and it's got to be right. I can't accept wrong. Should we talk a little bit track?
Yeah, of course you can.
Because I think we can show a little bit of tracks, not too much.
Yeah, you just point which one you want on the screen, and I shall make it so.
You'll see some stuff coming up in the future, but let's talk about wooden coasters for a little bit.
All right.
Just as a
somebody, wait, let me do this so it looks like I'm answering questions. Tay Milton on Facebook asks, will there be wooden coasters?
Absolutely.
Yay!
Massive ones. Wow.
Awesome.
Big woodies. So, do you want to?
Yeah.
Right, hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. We need to do this properly.
Yes.
I need to do this properly. Right. So, because we're nice and we're really friendly and we're really open about what we do, we want to show
wide open.
Yeah, we want to show work in progress, and this is about as work in progress as it gets. But we've kind of almost there with steel coasters. They're looking really, really good, and when they're you'll see them for yourself at some point in the future, no doubt. But we're now delving into woody country and woodies and hybrids. We're looking at side friction, classic wooden coasters.
You can tell you're a real coaster head when you say something like woody, as if it's
just
like a
without
thing.
even smirking. I know.
Amazing. No, I didn't even mean it like that. I just meant you can tell.
You want to be in this file into the.
Okay. Yeah.
Let's just drag these on. So basically, what you've got here are the first sort of prototypes we've got.
Very, very early stuff.
You might want to. Black background for that.
Yeah, okay, sure. So which one are you thinking? Just the top one?
Just start from the top. I think we just show a few and just see how we're going, really.
All right, that's going to load up in just a second. It might just be a big file, so it could take a while to load.
Oh, have we broken the internet?
Yeah, I think we broke it.
I think we're thinking about it. We're thinking.
We did say earlier, let's make sure we have a look at all these files.
Oh no!
First.
Oh no!
There's
so many. There's so many. Go back.
Yeah,
we'll try the other folder. Please. Yeah. Try some of these because these might not be so big. Might not be so daunting. Oh, you just haven't ticked the box.
No, it's that.
Oh. Okay. Why is it? It's not actually doing anything.
Let's have a look.
Because you're pulling it out of the wrong place, mate.
There you go.
That would
Basics of computers with. Sorry.
That's my fault. I think I pointed at the wrong folder. There you go. Pull it in.
Yeah.
It's not. Back.
Hey!
The background. Let's sort the background.
Sorry. Here we go. This is Basics of Computers with.
Okay, so
there you go. That's you say. Early important, right?
Early prototype. So basically, you can see kind of this is the block out stuff we've got here.
Yeah.
Basically, so what you're seeing is just the underlying structure that kind of allows us to understand how these things are built. What we've done is taken a look at these real wooden coasters, how they're built in real life, and then tried to sort of bring that into the game as kind of behaving and working as real as possible. In an editable way that's automatic as well. So we've got some really big hurdles to jump here, but it's just this is the beginning. It's
the very beginning. But we just wanted to give a sort of little hint as to what things. But actually, in fact, one thing that you mentioned really early on about this was the bank there.
So this is we obviously have to go for extremes. With this is a 90-degree bank. I've seen a few coasters that do this, and it's absolutely essential. We have all the possible elements you can build on a real roller coaster. So we're trying our best to kind of make sure that the player can get the most out of this and recreate these parks they've been to. Yeah,
should we show one more of these just really quickly?
Show the.
Which one?
Have we done the hill one? Did we do that one?
Yeah, I think I just showed that
one.
Did
we show? No, that's the back side of the bank.
That one?
Yeah, it might as well show that. It's just
It just shows off the.
It shows off the sort of how much geometry there is, and how this is all going to kind of go together. And we've got this kind of wedding cake kind of feel to it. So it kind of at certain points it will get to certain heights, and then you'll get an extension of the supports, and what happens is you get this amazing sculpture. But it's really, really early days, so but we want to show.
But you wanted to show that it has been worked on and it has been sort of prototyped together and stuff like that. But how far? I mean, just look at the stuff that you can see just in the background and the other videos that we're going to be showing, and see how far we've got. Let's bring up. Now they're on a roll. I'm sure we've got more questions that we can talk about and answer. Can we make racer coasters and dueling coasters? That's by Natalie Charbonnier. Ari Boone.
Hello.
Hi, Ari Boone. Thanks very much for your question.
Well, that is the plan. Yeah, I think Oh, there's a lot of people answering the same question there. Oh, we get the point. We'll get on to that. We will.
Dark rides.
No,
Water rides.
Dueling coasters, big thing. There's a very famous dueling wooden hybrid coaster, which I'm aiming to be able to replicate with a good, nice high five moments in there. So yeah, basically, yes, and it will be amazing. And it's not just just classic tracked ones. There are some other dueling types of coasters we've considered as well. So, and they're on the list, I believe.
The list, this magical list.
I know. If I could only give out the list, it would be great.
So I need to delete that and bring up another image. Let's have a look at. This is something that people haven't seen yet.
That bad boy.
The hammer swing.
Let's do it.
Let's bring up the hammer swing.
Oh, I love this ride. This is like one of my favourites.
Talk us through what's going on here.
So this is like a very, very large pneumatic powered flat ride. It's just one of the biggest kind of draws for a theme park. When you want to make a statement in your park, you build something like this. These things are enormous. It's just kind of super cool looking. And it has the real weight. Like when it comes up there, when it hangs in the air there, and then slowly pulls down. That you can feel the gravity on that. And we've got cameras that we can position. Ride cameras that will position around the ride, so you'll get the most out of these things, and see the weight and see those kind of physics, but also just the sheer detail on these things. Like I say, the surface on this, that you can feel the metal paneling. You understand what's metal, what's plastics, what's cables, what the seat materials like. It's fantastic. So it's got some real weight to it. And this thing at night, it's a shame we haven't got this one at night, because it looks amazing. It's we've taken liberty with the lighting on this, but it's this one is again.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
Well, there's some large LED panels on here. Again, it just kind of helps to bring the drama to this ride, And this was a real difficult ride to go and research and kind of get right, because it's proportionally, it's got to be kind of balanced well. I've seen these done in people do make versions of this, and it just doesn't sell well because of you haven't got the right balance between the legs and the arch, basically. So it's a difficult one, but I think we've nailed it. So I'm really happy with that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a really lovely looking thing. Should we show one more? Or do you want to pick another one?
Oh, only one more.
Well, we've got plenty of time left for some more rides.
Okay, let's go for. I don't know. Let's go for the classic, shall we?
This one here.
The old Sky Pilot thing.
The Sky Piloty thing.
Yeah.
So we saw this last week a little bit, but I think people would be really interested to hear all about what makes this tick.
We can talk about this for a number of reasons. Basically, we could talk about just the basic ride itself. This is a quite a new ride. It's a very expensive ride in real life. You want to buy it. It's real life inspiration. It's like $1.5 million, I think, something like that. These things are not cheap, but also just the advancement in technology. These things wouldn't have been thought of 20, 30 years ago. People would have been wouldn't have got on them. But then again, saying that 100 years ago, we were riding things that you would not believe.
Actually way more unsafe.
Yeah, but even those, I love those ones. The old rides are still some of the best ones, and I'm planning away. So you might see something like that. I don't know. But but this one is it's a beautiful thing that in motion it looks gorgeous, and the ride cams really sell it, and you get real reactions out of this. It's not for the faint of heart. It's kind of obviously it's a barrel rolling looping ride, but but it's underneath the function of this ride, the structure of this ride is very real. We've allowed enough room for all the motors that drive this thing. If you look closely at it, you will see all the drive motors, all the drive components to it, and all the cabling and everything in this correct place, basically. So, but on top of that, we built a nice theme. People want to see, when you go to a theme park, you don't just get the generic rides. You do get them. We've allowed for those because they're cool in their own right. But we want to sort of take some of these rides and add a bit more icing on top of them and give them a nice theme. We've got some concept for that, actually. We can show some of the early prototypes of that. So and how we kind of came to that. So going to there, and no, you don't want to go in there. Where is it? Oh my word! Go.
A man uses a computer.
Let me use
the live stream. So, I mean, again, shall we read some more questions?
Yeah. While I wander through here.
So we talked about crashes, and a lot of people asked about those sorts of things.
Yep.
We talked about customization, but people like Rocket on the forums asked about people changing or customize the style of the theme of specific rides. But that's more specifically to do with the theming of the rides. You know how you saw some themes? We've shown like themed rides almost.
Yes.
Is it possible to customize those rides, or are they sort of more set in stone?
Well, the rides themselves, we kind of have really, quite an advanced painting system on this, and it's we've got very, very flexible kind of colour schemes that you're allowed to sort of deal with. We don't have necessarily sort of decals and texture swaps as yet. We just see how it goes really with this stuff. But you can actually sort of paint paint these things up to kind of look and fit into the environments really well. Same with the lighting. We're planning on doing that the same way, and everything's kind of very, very flexible. But also on top of that, you can with coaster stations, it's one thing. I think people have talked about this. I know that it's a big thing for me. It's a puzzle within an enigma inside Pandora's box, as far as I'm concerned. But it's a real, we want to get this absolutely right. So coasters, coaster construction, everything. We are working really hard on this stuff, and the stations and modular scenery. This is what this alpha is all about, isn't it? Really, it's modular scenery and and building basically. So, but the stations, you can build and clad these things and create your own total themed station, basically. Awesome. Using all the various rule sets that
you could build around an entire ride, couldn't you? Like basically.
Yeah, you can. You could literally bury the whole thing. This alludes a little bit to dark rides. Again, another thing we're not blind to. Everyone's kind of really keen on the concept of dark rides, and I am massively. It's a big passion of mine.
Dark rides. I know
that's what you see. They're also saying other rides. I'll get to
and then
that.
just pictures of water, water, as if we might be able to look at it.
But dark rides,
we are getting to that point.
Dark rides are on the radar. They are definitely there. But it's again, we are early days. We're pushing it. It's just getting it right. Make sure we get it right, and then once we do, we will show you lots and lots of cool stuff.
So on that note, I feel like I need to pull out somebody's name just to show that we are reading down here and sort of trying to bring up things that people really want to hear about. So I know you're looking for a specific piece of concept.
Oh, it's
so
gone.
Maybe I should let you. You don't know where it is.
I
can't even remember what we were talking about.
Ask the question.
Well, there was an earlier question. Will there be interactive rides where we have some kind of control in first-person mode? Now, we did actually discuss this a little bit earlier, and you were saying, the dream would be amazing, but it's
we've got a game to make, obviously, and there's a list, for everyone. I have a list. Everyone has their list, and we've got to make a game. We've only got so much time, and we can't recruit the entire planet to make this game. But we are trying really hard. If we can do it, we will. But obviously we've got to get through all those other things first. Basically,
that's not a confirmation, nor is it. It's sort of a nothing.
The thing is, this is about a theme park. It's a theme park simulator. You're building theme parks. These things kind of tend to be a bit on the end, and it never feels right to me. But if we can get it right, then maybe who knows? It just kind of there's it takes you long enough just to play a normal game of what we're trying to do. So you've got to build the park, you've got to run the park, you've got to then dress the park, and then colour the park, and then talk to all the people, and and just it goes on and on and on. The level. So got to be sensible.
Yeah, this is from Saskro on the forums, and he says, for example, he's talking about go-karts, bumper cars, and things like that.
Oh yeah. So
on that note, we're gonna have go-karts.
I could show you a go-kart.
Yeah. Bring up a picture of a go-kart. That would be.
So this is kind of just like fresh out of the pre-pod phase. Basically, we're still kind of, like I say, still working on these things and still going away. I can't actually read the screen because I'm so far away. Hold on, there it is.
He's found it. Right, let me put it onto the screen for you, everybody. Here we go. The suit. Here we go.
Oh, I can show beauty. So
again,
we've gone through
stuff, right?
Yeah. Again, we'll still keep going over these things and looking at them.
It's so cool to see something that, as in we've obviously seen a lot of what we've seen so far. That sounds like a really strange thing to say. What we've sort of revealed to the Coast Guard Club members and the players and things like that. But this looks. It's almost different to everything that's shown so far. So it's cool to see that a lot of different influences are coming in from lots of different angles and stuff.
Well, theme parks aren't just about coasters and amusement rides on a large scale. They're also about these sort of smaller tracked rides, and transport rides. And we've got a lot of a lot of areas to cover, and obviously, we try and keep it wide, but make sure it is consistent. There's so many things and so many elements to a theme park, and we are doing our best to kind of cover the best of it all. You know what I mean? And the go-karts are one of them. This is a 2-seater, so you get a lot of kind of interaction going on in there. And it looked great. It
look
great,
at the detail
around,
as well. And a lot of people are saying in there, like, look at that detail, and that is awesome. The detail actually is really, really nice.
Drag on the other one. Let's bring that into the play as well. So you'll have to.
We can get rid of that. Get rid of that guy.
Yeah.
Bring this guy up. Again, I told you it would be raw, guys.
So we sort of looking at different ways of painting these up and making them look pretty, and but the surface response is one thing. We've kind of got. You don't want everything to kind of be like amazingly shiny and super unrealistic. Because it kind of just puts you off. You want things to feel grounded and embedded in the world. This is what is. We want your screen to be a window into this kind of almost real kind of world. The lighting and the surfacing, and this is fantastic, and it's so great to have all this to play with. We've got all these multiple channels that all work in harmony, and we spent a lot of time researching and sort of trying to understand how to kind of convert this into something that kind of feels and looks kind of like touchy-feely, like you could. Climb in and go on it. Have a go on it. Stick it on.
One more, last one.
Yeah, just stick the variants on there. So we're sort of looking at, again, this is an example of how these things kind of can be, customized and painted up. So we looked at sort of various paint schemes and stuff. It's all user control.
User control. So you'll be choosing the.
That's awesome. You can set the tone. The
it's so good.
Know,
Everybody,
it looks
some hype for these.
And imagine these, like a big bunch of these buzzing around a track.
Oh my god,
amazing!
I just want to see that. I can't wait to see the reactions of the guests, the park guests and stuff, as they're sort of sitting in there together and racing around.
It's going to be ace.
Really, really beautiful. Really, really, really stunning stuff.
We're loving it.
So let me read a question from. We're reaching roughly the halfway point, just after the halfway point. Thank you so much, everybody, for being here. I mean, you could talk about rides for hours.
A long time.
Safe to say.
Yeah, I'm a ride bore. I have to say, my girlfriend,
really, really interesting.
Lily, hello, Lily. She puts up with me very well, thank you. And
ranting about
I have to thank
coasters.
her for being able to put up with my endless waffle.
Well, Daz, honestly, you're welcome here anytime to talk to these guys about this sort of stuff. So everybody give some love to Sam Denney, of course, in the chat. Please do give some love to the beard. Love to the beard, everybody. Daz099 on the forum says a very, very interesting question. First of all, he says thanks in advance and see you guys tonight. Hello. Let's see if they can read the live chat through our cheering this week. It's moving quite quickly, but we are trying to do our best of seeing what you guys are saying. Daz099 says, what is the feature regarding rides, or generally, that you want us to experience the most when we start playing Alpha? So what's the thing that we want people to be doing when they start playing the Alpha? Well,
just get the feel for it, try and understand sort of, what works and what kind of doesn't work for you, and tell us. We want to know. We want to work. We know. We make games for a living. We think we know what we're doing. we really think we're good at this sort of stuff. And we've got some amazing guys doing this
into
stuff,
this Alpha build. You've poured months and months of love and passion and effort into this Alpha build.
So much.
And it's awesome. So I mean,
I'm really surprised that at the point we're at is we are all stunned by how it's all come together. It's just really good planning and management. We've got amazing production, amazing programmers, amazing art team, an amazing HR. Everyone's all a part of this, and everyone brings it all together. Exactly. An amazing community and amazing fans. That for me is a real big point, because like I say, I wouldn't be here if it weren't for that.
And the point that I was trying to get to.
Oh, sorry. Is there a point?
There is a point. When will people be able to start giving us that feedback from the first alpha build? We have a date for you, everybody. Sam Denney, take it away.
The 22nd.
The 22nd of March. Those with the early bird access will be able to play the alpha, the first alpha build for Planet Coaster. And of course, as well,
weeks. That's like
it's weeks away.
Weeks.
It's so
excited.
How exciting is that?
God.
And again, that is just the alpha. And the first alpha build is actually going to be focusing on that modular building stuff that we talked a lot about in the dev diaries, on paths and things like that. Why is it important that we have that we sort of put a focus on that sort of thing? Like I said, it's been the last sort of 6-7 months of a lot of people's lives, making sure this is the best possible systems it can be. So why is it important why is an alpha build important? Why is it important that people should be actually testing those things out and working on those things?
We put a lot of effort into this, and we, this is what I love about this, the way we're developing this, is because we get a chance to kind of get it, not have to worry about getting it right the first time. We get a second chance, and and this isn't just the first alpha. This is this is our initial release. So it's
the initial build, and actually it's the initial alpha build, and there'll be more content coming afterwards.
Exactly.
So the first alpha build is focusing on
and then we'll take on your feedback, your understanding of the game, and see how well you got on with it, and see what feels right to you. You guys are the ones who we're making this for, and so we've got to get it right for you. That's the key. So for me, try build stuff, build, and see what happens. See if you like it. See what feels good. See what works for you in terms of can you be creative? Can you build the things you want to build? So let us know, and that's what we're really wanting out of this. Is just to kind of get you guys playing the game as soon as possible. Because there's. And you look at it and it's stunning. There's so much you can do, and I wish we had more time in the day, because playing this thing is addictive, and we get to play it, all day, but we also got to do our jobs at the same time. Which, talking to people, advising people, mentoring people, and these guys are busy working away, churning their stuff out, and so we don't get as much time on it as we'd like. It's really
up
awesome.
To you guys now. There you go, 22nd of March, everybody. And if that's not exciting, then I don't know what is. But to celebrate, let's keep that excitement going. To celebrate, why don't we give away drinks? Have a drink.
Sorry. Oh, yeah.
Well, we could do that as well.
We could do.
Why don't we give away an early bird access?
A free car.
A free. Yeah. You get a car. You all get a car. No,
you get a car.
True. Nobody gets a car. Nobody's getting a car.
No.
What you might get is an early bird access to the game as well, so you can be playing alpha yourself. So what do we want everybody to write in the chat? I don't think that we can beat John's phrase last week, so I want to see everybody giving some chief beef belief in the chat right now. Chief beef belief, and I'll pick somebody randomly who says that in the chat in just a few moments' time, and they will win themselves early bird access to Planet Coaster.
We've got wood. I still think that's...
We can do that one at the end. We can do that. We'll be giving another one at the end as well. So chief beef belief.
Yep.
I want to reinforce the chief beef belief.
That is true. No, it's a great phrase. Let's do it.
And while that's
happening, lighting up there. Oh my God.
Yeah, This is where the internet.
Who's going to get the free car? I mean, free. There's no free car.
There's no free. I thought we were clear on the no free car situation.
No free car.
No free cars. No free.
No,
not these guys.
That's not free.
Not these guys. Those guys do not exist.
You can't have that.
But there you go. The 22nd of March, everybody. So stop saying beef belief in the chat, please. Now.
Right, 3, 2, 1. Now. Boom, we're done.
It's going to take a while before these people calm down.
They are.
It's amazing, isn't it? It's absolutely wonderful. Thank you so much for being an awesome community so far. You've been really wonderful. And I do want to say we've got a few more rides that we can show off. We've got a bit more concept we can show off. We've got another video we can show off as well before we finish today. We've got some more questions.
We've still got time.
Water Rides asks.
Oh my God.
281 cubic inch.
The final. What is 281 cubic inch? What is that?
I don't know.
What does that mean?
281 cubic inch. Are you in the?
Maybe you could tell us. We'll never see it past all those.
So stop saying chief beef belief now, guys. You've said it too much. We've heard it.
But anyway, water rides. Yes. water rides are there. There is a
As in there's a document.
there's a design.
Yes.
Excuse me. There is a design. We have an idea of what we want to do. Yeah, so it's coming. It's coming. I can't elaborate too much.
That's fine.
It is a classic. It's a total classic.
And you can't do Planet Coaster without all the classics in there.
No. Then I can't elaborate on any more than that. But there will, guys, it's a theme park game. Come on, it's going to be water rides.
It's a good answer, right?
It's
I love that Crash Landing is now a moderator. He's like, stop saying chief people leave at this point. Well, okay, here we go. It's gone wild. It's gone wild. Right, okay, so we're going to randomly draw somebody from the last 1,000 comments, and we have ourselves a Lewis Riverman. Lewis Riverman, round of applause for Lewis Riverman, everybody.
He didn't spell it right.
He didn't spell it right.
He didn't. But he probably was so keen.
He was too keen.
He was too keen. But
you can never be too keen for Planet Coaster. That's what we've learned today.
I think even if you mashed the keyboard and it said CH at the start,
then we would still count. You would still be counting. So Lewis Riverman, if you do send us a message to our Planet Coaster account, send us a message and we will be able to sort you out with that early access code for the game.
Thank you, Lewis. Well done,
Thank you so much, and thank you to everybody who is already. And if you haven't already, do head over to planetcoaster.com to find out how you can get hold of that early bird access as well.
Yeah,
which is really exciting.
It's worth it.
So let's carry on. Let's do some more stuff. Let's go wild. Let's go crazy. So people earlier on were asking about, and I'm going to go back through here.
Did you see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Didn't they?
Do you want to talk about transport rides?
We could show them a sneak peek.
Show them a sneak peek. Yeah, let's do this.
I think I've seen. You may have seen this before, but I'll talk about it a little bit. Just a little bit.
One of these things?
Yeah. So it's under transport rides.
Oh yeah. You may have seen this before, but for those who haven't, they're very, very lovely images.
So here you go. This is our first transport ride. This is this is the Coney Express. Which basically is your classic theme park train. You may have seen this, a similar train, in many theme parks you've been around. Again, look at the just beautiful surfacing on that. It's just absolutely gorgeous. I love this train so much. It's the name of it means a lot to me as well. It's a real kind of
it's beautiful.
Homage to an absolutely beautiful ride, but also a beautiful person who is in my life. So, but yeah,
that's really nice.
It's the transport rides. Obviously we'll do them. We have to do them, but we're going to do them right. We're going to do them well, and we're going to try and knock these out of the park. Basically, not quite literally, because that'd be really bad news for when I'm playing the game. But it's about kind of. Hey, look at this! Like editing on the fly.
I mean,
what is going on?
It's not the smoothest of editing, but hey, it'll do. That's basically my life motto.
But the rides, we're not looking to just have the they drive to one station, get off, and they will have a destination. They will.
Oh, that's cool. Multiple stations along the way.
Yep, absolutely.
So is that something that can be incorporated into sort of roller coasters as well, perhaps, that like multiple tracks?
So obviously roller coaster stations are a really big kind of spider's webs of technical the things going on. But we've got a lot of work going into those. And transfer tracks and multiple stations where you can build around these things and sort of work into and build a station that kind of works for a ride in real life you're trying to recreate. So it's kind of it's kind of a really big thing for us to get these right, and it's if we don't get them right, then we haven't done ourselves
justice. Yeah. What I'm doing is I'm bringing up some rides now. I'm just bringing them up because
we're
running out of time, and I want to get people as many. No, look at this lovely thing. Look at this little guy at the top sunbathing.
Oh yeah. I love this ride. This is
craziness.
Absolutely enormous. Again,
what is it?
Yeah, we're really big on big rides. This is the Sunflare, I believe we call it.
By the way, people are getting really hyped about transfer tracks.
Oh, are they? Oh, cool. Yeah.
But these people are core audience. It's absolutely awesome to see how much passion they've got for this stuff. And I think it's really, really important that we have you here explaining this stuff because you are just as passionate as them.
Oh,
and
absolutely.
I think that's really, really key.
This is my not only does it pay the bills, but it's a real genuine interest for me. I absolutely love what I do, and I love my team, and I love everyone here in front of here. But mostly I kind of this for me ticks all of my boxes basically. So Hashtag Planet Coaster free car. It's made its way in.
Free car, yeah! Someone's actually finally saying it. Should we show another one? Another ride or two? Or I don't want to rush through these things, and I don't want to rush you either, Sam, but you know, these are nice little videos here, and they're nice little treats, aren't they?
Yeah. Let's see the old Star Wheel, because this one, I love this one. This is amazing. You know, this thing is a beauty, absolute beauty, and like just the way that the cars sort of like float around. It's an absolutely terrifying ride, I'm sure, because it looks initially on the outset, you'd be like, you know, oh, that looks really gentle.
Swinging motion.
And imagine getting
absolutely.
Imagine getting on that and not expecting it to move. You know, you absolutely Planet Coaster free car. Boom! There it is.
He's got his hashtag started.
There you go.
We'll do that in a minute. Don't you worry.
But you know, this one is stunning, and you know all the detail that's gone into this. You know, all the little cabins and the seats. You know, you'll be able to, you know, get inside and have a look around, and you know, it's great stuff. Yeah. Oh, one thing about cabins as well. Somebody asked about sort of interactions on coaster seats and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know, they mentioned that earlier, and you know, one of the things we've got is kind of, you know, when the ride harnesses come down now, people actually grab them and pull them into themselves, sort of thing. So, and you know, we have now got this ability to kind of make the whole thing kind of feel a bit more connected. So when people get on, they kind of actually, the harnesses come in and they interact with that harness. So it's kind of, you know, it's far more visceral, you know, and far more like, you know, I always, it's like a flea circus to me, you know. The more detail you see going on, the more it sells to you and the more you love it, basically. I'm a big fan of like the old Victorian automatons where you can look inside and see the detail upon detail and little cogs and everything. And that's what makes this game great. It's just...
Is this ride real? Ask some people.
So this is real life counterpart. You know, the influence is taken from, you know, there's a couple of places. There's a Wonder Wheel in Coney Island.
Yes,
which is the original, basically. So, you know, that was where we kind of took our main inspiration from, and yeah, it is real. I think Disney have one as well, actually. Which again, you can ride, and we don't make. That's the thing. You people out there, you must understand. One thing
I don't know what he's going to say here, so
time again. People ask, are these rides real? And you know, are we just making this up? No, we're not. We really are not. And
Which brings me to something. Which brings me to a specific ride that I want to show.
For instance, let's go for this one here.
Yep.
Yeah, that fella.
Oh, 1 second. I'll bring it up in just a moment.
What's he doing?
It gets complicated. It's computers. Computers get me psyched, but I mean, this is here we go.
So this ride here, you know, I think we've seen
people have seen it, at least concept and some.
They can't understand quite how it kind of could be a real ride.
That's an interesting point. I don't understand what they mean by that because I'm no coaster expert. But what are you talking about?
Well, so it's again same as I alluded to on the roller coaster cars.
Yeah.
There's an underlying framework to this. There's a real chassis for this to kind of live on. There are real pistons that are driving real arms that are connected all correctly, and you know all the car elements. You know, every single joint that is animated and moves or animates in any kind of way or interacts with the ride in any way has a real fitted purpose. Basically, it's all finely crafted, but nuts and bolts. You know, all interconnected. It's If I can't look at it and I can't understand how it works by looking around in detail on this ride, and if I see say this car going up, as these cars lift up, they have to stay level, and there's a certain pivot type that actually allows them to do that. And if that's unconvincing and I don't feel it like it's working, then we'll revisit it and we'll redo it. If you strip this back and look at the underneath of this ride, which you could do, you will see the nuts and bolts of it, and it will work as you would expect it to. It's like a giant robot underneath. But then we allow to skin it over the top. You know, some of the best theme parks in the world do, you know, some amazing theming, and we'd be foolish not to do our own. Yeah, we've got some really fantastic artists here who do some really amazing work, and we want to show that. And
brilliant.
You know, when you put down your ride, you want to. Sometimes some people like the generic, some people like the beauty of of our, the imagination of the guys who make this stuff, and they are very, very good. You know, I love the work that comes out of this place. You know,
and people will be able to see it for themselves and build their own parks. on the 22nd of March, which is very. I just wanted to reiterate that because it's very
It says even down here on this piece of paper.
You've literally written it down.
I had to.
So
I would say
I have to read this person's question because I love his name. Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh, what a cool name.
Says, will we be able to create ride queues with interactive elements? And again, don't worry if you can't answer this question, or you can just say yes or no or whatever, or maybe to make it more interesting to the guests. So the interactive elements and stuff. I mean, is that sort of the sort of thing that down the line, remembering that this is just alpha. All the stuff you're seeing is just alpha.
Well, it's
craziness
with the rides. The queues nowadays are really, when you get into a theme park, half the ride is actually the queue. Most of the ride is the queue. You spend like an hour queuing, you spend 2 minutes on a ride, and it's not that would be the reality of our game, but we want to recreate those same kind of vignettes and vistas and allow people to kind of build up those kind of the scenery and the elements into the landscape to kind of make that kind of same journey for people, so it really helps. There's a reason why theme parks do this. It kind of helps to build a world around the ride as well. But not only that, you can make your sort of favourite rides and make them look quite realistic. Somebody mentioned horror rides. I'm a big fan of horror rides. Yes, but
awesome.
Watch this space. They keep mentioning Steam as well. I don't know.
We'll talk about all that sort of stuff
I don't
at a
know.
later date. Yeah,
we'll talk about that. You have to wait, people. Be patient.
Be patient.
All you
need to know for now is go to planetcoaster.com or frontierstore.net/planetcoaster. You will see there how you can become part of that early access and start playing on 22nd of March. That's all you need to know. That's all you need to know, guys. All right, so another question from Mr. Nolive, or Nolive, or No Live. Could you explain how scenery would affect flat rides and coasters and things like that? The scenery.
The scenery. So
I think you mean sort of how it can sort of interact and shift around that and stuff like that.
So we some of the rides will actually have their own kind of like elements that we can dress the rides with. Basically, not a huge amount sort of thing, but we can kind of dress these. But you can, like I say, you can build the scenery into and around these things quite well. You might see an alpha, you might see some of this stuff. You never know. I can drop more hints, I suppose. But it's there is a lot to do to get this kind of scenery and ride kind of interaction, everything working in synergy, everything working together. We're trying to sort of kind of create this kind of real environment where everything kind of blends nicely into each other. It's an amazing thing about theme parks. They do a great job of that. And there's a coaster in the background. Is that a flawless coaster? Oh my god, it's amazing. Animatronics, of course there are. So
you can see an element of sort of the modular building as well, which is, again, like we said, it's something that we're focusing quite heavily on.
The great thing about this, it doesn't actually look modular. You look at the
it's unbelievable.
There.
The cannons the cannons firing to the foreground of the.
It's great. That's the thing. Again, it's blending these things in, and we're so early days, but we are building around this stuff. I think one of the things we are starting to look at next is how to bring roller coaster tracks into the fore so they interact with the scenery more, so you can actually really build close to stuff in the scenery, in the world, and also ties scenery completely into the track, so it's almost like it's built specially for it. So watch this space.
Awesome. I have another question from Saskro, and I know that we mentioned Saskro earlier on, and we are coming to the end of the stream today. And we could carry on.
Can I show you some more?
Yeah.
You left something down there.
Well, no, it's all right. You want to show some more? He's excited to show you some more.
Let me show you a few more things.
I can't control the talent. All right. He's gone off the rails.
I'm not a TD personality here. I just try to make it.
That's cool. I want to read a question.
Do a question
from.
Can you just
Saskro?
Can you just show that? I want to
show.
You
want that?
They want to show a roller coaster.
Okay.
We'll show them roller coasters.
As in the cars associated with.
Yeah. So
look at that guy.
This is currently the fastest. Inspiration is currently the fastest roller coaster on the planet.
Is that right?
140 mile an hour.
Ridiculous.
Recorded speed in our. I
don't often say that things can be too fast, But that sounds like it's too fast for my liking.
Oh yeah, well, it's pretty quick, but it's a it's a very cool hypercoaster. Basically, it's the fastest thing. Bring up the paint schemes for these things, because this is one of my favourite. It looks like the old classic 1970s Lotus one.
This guy over here as well.
Yeah, so you can
oh, hello.
Yeah, you can dress these up as nice as you like, really. Bring it into different colour schemes. But she's a beauty, isn't she? Look at that. It's just I want that in my life. That'd be amazing. So like I say, there's you can see how much variation, how much flexibility you can get out of just painting these things up, and they look absolutely amazing. And this is just the three car train, and you can extend this out to 8 cars, 16 cars, whatever, depending on whatever we sort of define this type as. But it's a beauty, and you should see the track this is going on. It's going to be stunning, absolutely stunning. And when you see this flying around the coaster, around the track, it's going to be amazing. It's a hydraulic launch coaster, or is it pneumatic? I think so. One of the two. My brain is confused. Oh yeah.
I'm just clicking his wings now, and he's just getting excited.
Let's show about this, because people were talking about detailing on tracks, basically.
All right, we can show that. So this is again very sort of early.
Yeah, this is one of our early tracks. So we're now putting these together. So you can sort of see this is a classic sort of junior coaster. This is the one which is the Wendigo is on, I believe.
So why do you think this sort of level of detail is important?
Again, it sells the realism of the game, and people just love that kind of level of detail. It's like the Fabergé egg. People don't buy a Fabergé egg because it's like a gold egg. They buy it because it's intricately carved and detailed. And they love to look in, and you want to sort of keep the people's attention. So if you go, let's show them the car that goes on this track.
All right,
let's see if I can find it anyway. Theme tracks, no track right, no. Wendigo, there we go. Show the concept behind it. So this is one of the concept pieces. So we built this car from multiple concepts, and this is one of the better ones that kind of came out of it. But you can see this is the journey that we kind of went through, and this is a journey we go through with everything. Basically, everything has. Oh, hello, I'm driving. But you can see, how much imagination goes into this thing, and it's beautiful stuff, and obviously one's got to be a winner, but we've got all these things in our back catalogue. Should we come back to them and want to build more and more and more, so it's great. It's great.
It's lovely, and a talented bunch of concept artists you have over there. It's ridiculous.
And that track is the track for the Wendigo. So again, you can see every track has this same amount of passion and love put into it. I am a stickler for this kind of stuff, and I can't bear just chuck it in and see how it goes. Everything has got to count. I think that's really important to a lot of people as well who are going to be playing the game as well. A lot of the Coaster Head Club especially. Yeah.
I want to say thank you again, guys, for being
even if you're not crazy about these things, and you're not hooked into the kind of coaster world that does exist. There is a big fan base of these things. People who know everything we do is whether it's right or wrong, and they're very, very good. You will still appreciate that level of detail, that amount of work and that amount of passion that we put into it, because it is pure passion. It really is pure passion.
And Sam, I hate to do this to you, to cut you off, because I know that you could carry on for hours. And he's like, look, he's looking at his notes. He's going, I need to speak more. Let's touch a little bit on before we go. A little bit on. I know. I'm sorry, guys. We have loads to talk about and tell you about, but you're actually going to be getting hands-on with this yourself on March 22nd, and I think that's super cool. That's the big takeaway from today. But we do have Sascro again, and I said this earlier, and he's about 14 different callouts.
He's a big fan.
Possible modular features, but also exchange certain pods. Oh no, I'm reading the wrong one. No, he was here as well.
Professional.
So will the guests rate rides based? So it's almost the simulation aspect of things. Will they base excitement levels and things like that, nausea and intensities. Will you be able to shift those, and will they rate rides based on those, and how will that sort of change up the simulation that's running behind rides?
Yeah, well, we talked about a little bit about the sort of, customizational.
Because that's fine.
That is a word, isn't
well,
it?
if not, it is now.
Customizable? I don't know.
That'll do.
A level of customization.
Who cares?
To the animations for the to the animation system. So if a ride has like say like a kind of gondola kind of style ride where you're swinging around, we can offer you, a higher speed version of that or a slower speed version of that. Oh my God! Can we show the carousel? Can we just show that? Because we just finished that one, and that's it looks amazing.
We've just finished this. Oh, we've got that video still playing in the background. It's looping.
It's not a video. It's actually in the.
Okay. Yeah. So sorry. Where are we talking here?
So go to where are they? Oh my God! Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. Right. I mean.
Oh no. Not really. Oh, here we go.
This is what happens when you go off track.
This is what happens when I try and be too organised and put everything in folders, and I can never find anything. Oh my God! What have I done?
It's all right. Just slow down. Is that it there? Oh no.
No, that wasn't it.
2 man.
Oh, I'll tell you where it is. Oh my word! I've put it in. It's.
He's put it in a different folder, everybody.
Yeah.
It's all right. We will be with you in just
there
1
it is,
second.
There it is. Is this the right one? Oh,
this is like waiting music happening here.
If
anyone,
yes,
drag that onto the
I'll put them into
the thing, and then onto the thing.
I have to show this because it is.
He's so excited. He's not going to leave everybody until he shows this.
Because it just shows how far we're coming, really, with this stuff now. It's kind of.
I accidentally.
You dragged all 3.
It's all right. We got it.
Get rid of the other 2. Bring up the high res version of that, and just
lovely stuff.
It's beautiful. Absolutely stunning. Let's do the other ones, and you can sort of see just the amount of work that's kind of gone into this, and how lovely does that feel?
Really
when it's on at night with all the lights on, and you get the music, and it's lovely. I love it.
So how is that tying into the simulation?
Oh, excuse me. I'm choking on my own.
On your excitement.
Yeah.
So how's that tying into the simulation side of things?
So again, this is this one here is an example of a ride that you have multiple speeds on. So you can have a sort of slow and gentle one. Oh, excuse me.
Is that you okay?
Here. Let me just.
Just take a second, everybody. Give someone a second. I don't know what's happened, but everybody is shouting Chief Beef Belief again, which I think is good. And Chief Beef is obviously awesome, and we do believe in him. But I don't know who asked for that.
I think it's just made me choke on my own.
Are you all right?
I'm choking on my beard.
Are you able to continue?
I need to curl my moustache. It'll all be all right. Yeah, we're good.
So we're talking about simulation and how that sort of like softer ride might play into elements of simulation and things like that.
Yeah. Again, so like say you can make more gentle rides, slower paced and more aggressive rides, and also how you build your coasters will determine the intensity of that ride. But also we've got. You can read that in the people. We got an awesome video.
We have got video, and I think we're going to close on this video. We'll be doing another giveaway just after we show this video as well.
My word.
Do we need to go to the back soon screen? I've never gone to the back soon screen before.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. While I just compose myself.
You ready? We're back. I just wanted to use the back soon screen. That's the main reason. Good. It's nice. It says live stream under maintenance, as if it's a park under maintenance.
Yeah, and I apologise. Really I have a cold. I'm at the end of a cold, and when I talk too much, it kills me.
Let's do this. Let's do this video.
Yes, this is
cool.
Which
is a really lovely video.
It
perfectly describes this sort of the simulation aspect behind it.
So this is how you read.
Can I just really quickly call out something as well on somebody, specifically Luke Ritson, who helped us put all these videos together. He's a great man. Video editor.
He is a great man.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just wanted to do that.
Look at that. That is stunning. So this shows you the feedback on this. So I think this is kind of I think what did he say? It's like the initial intensity sort of going up, and then you sort of get
Okay, so we've changed the colour here to show.
So this is showing the intensity of the ride increasing, basically. So as the ride intensity increases, you can see the expressions of the people that are really holding on to that stuff. You know, they're really, you know, this is what you get on like a big dive coaster like this sort of thing. You know, as it's plummeting down, and you know, the expressions and the vibrations coming through, and this is where, you know, after that, where they're really starting to feel the effects of that kind of dive. You know, and it's all kind of, you know, too much on their intestines, basically.
Right now.
But the vibrations, you know, shake these cars so much, you know, on that initial G-force, and that's what we're showing. It's just the bottom out of that dive, and this is kind of a combination of kind of intensity, excitement, and, you know, and nausea, all kind of combined.
Depends on the person's individual.
Yeah, they'll have tolerances. You know, some people will be brilliant with this, and some people will actually hate it. But I just love it. They're all their little faces, little kid on the left there waiting to throw her guts up, basically. Oh, it's so good. Love it.
Very, very good.
Love it.
And everybody, thank you so much for joining us today. It has been it's been amazing to have people. I'm sorry. I know, Sam. I know you've carried on for ages, but you've got a home to go to.
Oh yeah, I have, definitely.
I'm here.
Yeah. Where's my home?
Where am I?
Down there.
How did we get here? But yeah, again, want to just say something really, really quickly before we go. It's been a pleasure to show you this stuff today. And Sam, thank you so much. Would you come back again and do it some other time?
Oh, I'd love to. Yeah, I love all these guys. Yeah, all the comments. I just love reading the comments. It's really hard to kind of not be distracted by them. But
especially when it's Chief Beef Belief is happening.
Francois, Daz, Jeff, Yanni.
I don't know why people are saying it. We haven't even asked them to say it.
Sponsored link, whoever that is. Bella, Caro, all you guys are amazing.
Crash
Thank you
as well
so
for helping
much.
out in the chat as well. One thing I want to say as well, like March 22nd, like I said, it's beginning with our first alpha build. There's going to be lots of content dropped after that as well, but the first alpha build is all focusing on that modular building.
Yes.
And also paths as well, which are two very exciting things about Planet Coaster that actually make it unique and make it stand out, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
you would like the love that's gone into making just those systems alone is huge and wonderful.
And it's like, remember, it's early days. This is not the last.
It's not all you're going to get off.
It just keeps evolving, and you guys are going to be part of that journey and help us make this a brilliant game. You know, and it's look at it. Look at it.
Look at it already. Look what's happening behind us. Look at this roller coaster. Wait, oh.
Oh, look. Oh.
Ready?
And people miss out about the physics on coasters. You know, it's only because we've just been hacking them out and messing around with them. But these, you know, that coaster there in the background, it's physics-wise. It's got the right mass, it's got the right acceleration.
You care about this stuff, don't you?
Yeah.
I've seen a couple of comments saying that, and I know that like Sam and the designers and the coders behind this thing care about them making this stuff right.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's going to be fantastic. I'm super excited.
Very passionate people. They want to do a good job.
Before we go, let's give away another early access code. Why not? Why?
Free car!
Let's go crazy. So this time, what do you want people to say in the chat? Planet Coaster free car?
Planet Coaster free car.
Planet Coaster free car.
Let's do that.
Say that in the chat, and then in about a moment's time, we'll pick another one. While we're waiting for that, for people to say that, Planet Coaster free car is the message we want to see. Let's do ourselves a lovely favour and have another ride just quickly.
Let's chuck this one on here. It's a nice big tall ride. Oh no! This one. It's the old classic.
Okay, the old classic.
We like this one. This one's coming on nicely, and this will change in the near future as well. Actually, it's becoming. This large platform area you're seeing is going to like shrink down, and you're going to be able to sort of build into it and far more visual. But I love this ride. It's such a beauty. You know, again, it has real life counterparts. It's engineering from an engineering point of view. It's physically correct. Physics wise, it behaves as it should. It's a gorgeous thing. If the motion works and if it's got underlying stuff that kind of looks and feels right, you're convinced, and it sells its character on its own.
It looks so good.
Yeah, I love it.
I really like it.
I love that ride back there as well. Yeah. La Forge.
Geordie LaForge. That doesn't make any sense. Sci-fi fans will understand. All right, so stop saying that right now, and we're going to pick somebody at random to win themselves a free car. Only joking, an early access pass for Planet Coaster Early Bird, basically, which means you can play on the 22nd of March. 22nd of March. So let's go. The lucky person randomly drawn is we have.
Right, let me just point randomly. No.
Stop.
No. Stop. Right there. that one.
Yeah, very technically chosen. Maxi L, round of applause. Maxi L, if you are still in the chat, make sure that you send a message to our channel here. And then we will pick it up tomorrow and make sure that you are the proud owner of an early access pass.
And she can be part of the development experience and help us make a great game.
It's really important, isn't it?
Absolutely.
We've talked enough about that. We've talked enough about that. But thank you so much, everybody. You want to stop saying that now so we can say thank you and goodbye. Do say goodbye to us because we will miss you.
Yeah, we love you guys. And just keep rocking it, man. Keep being real.
Keep being real. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel as well, so you can see when any new videos come up as well, because we'll be putting out new content as we approach alpha and also after that as well. So make sure that you do subscribe to the channel and also follow us at twitter.com/PlanetCoaster if you're not already, which are wonderful. Lots of cool little sneak peeks go out there, and sign up, get involved in the Coaster Head Club. Those guys get loads of little sneak peeks.
They're great guys as well. I've been chatting with those for those guys over a week, and they're the only ones who are able to talk to me directly, and I can, it's like this, but I get time to sit down. I spend a good hour every night just chatting with them and answering their questions and trying to sort of give them sneak peeks and stuff behind the scenes. And it's really great. I love it. They're really, really nice bunch of guys. You'll be in good company, definitely.
So Sam, no longer best known for Beard of the Year 2014 at Frontier Developments. You are now probably best known for this live stream.
I don't know.
That's just not true. Or the Dev Diaries. The Dev Diaries.
Or nearly choking to death. On
a live stream. So on that note, let's make sure that Sam does stay alive, does survive the night, because he's got to continue making this amazing game. So thank you guys. Thank you so much.
We've got everyone else to thank as well.
All
the guys behind us. We all make it together.
Yeah, they're an absolutely incredible bunch, and I genuinely my mind
45 minutes left
is blown every single time I walk through. I'm just like, what is going on? Anyway, thank you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Yes, thank you so much. Bye.
Chief Beef Believe!